Welcome, listeners, to the English Learning Podcast, brought to you by English Finders. I'm Amelia, and joining me today is my co-host, Brian.
Hello, everyone. We're thrilled to have you with us for our 6th episode.
Yes, we are. Today, we're diving into a topic that is essential for every English learner: how to improve English pronunciation.
That's right, Amelia. Whether you're just starting out or looking to refine your speaking skills, this episode will provide you with valuable tips and insights.
We'll be covering foundational aspects of pronunciation, sharing real-life dialogues, and even quizzing you on key vocabulary words related to this topic.
Plus, we'll discuss common challenges and how to overcome them, so you can speak more confidently and clearly.
So, stay tuned and get ready to enhance your pronunciation skills with us. Let's get started. Let's dive right into the heart of our discussion. Brian, when we talk about improving English pronunciation, where should learners start?
Great question, Amelia. The first step is understanding the basics of phonetics, which is the study of the sounds of human speech. Phonetics helps learners identify and produce the distinct sounds of English.
That makes sense. Can you give an example of how understanding phonetics can help?
Sure. Take the sounds of th in think and this. They are both spelled th, but they produce different sounds. By studying phonetics, learners can distinguish between these sounds and practice them correctly.
That's a useful tip. Another important aspect is intonation. How does intonation impact pronunciation?
Intonation refers to the rise and fall of the voice when speaking. It's crucial because it can change the meaning of a sentence. For example, the sentence "you're going" can be a statement or a question depending on the intonation.
I see. So, paying attention to how our voice rises and falls can help us convey the right message. What about stress in pronunciation?
Stress is all about emphasizing the right syllables or words in a sentence. For instance, in the word record, the stress changes the meaning record, a noun, versus record, a verb. Learning where to place stress can make your speech clearer and more understandable.
Absolutely. Another challenge many learners face is articulation. How can we improve our articulation?
Improving articulation involves practicing the clear and precise pronunciation of words. One effective method is to practice tongue twisters, which can help with clarity and speed. For example, "She sells seashells by the seashore" forces you to articulate each sound carefully.
Tongue twisters are fun and challenging. Consistent practice is key, right?
Exactly. Regular practice helps reinforce these techniques. Listening to native speakers and mimicking their speech, using language learning apps, and recording yourself to evaluate your progress are all excellent practices.
What about common challenges? What should learners be aware of?
Some common challenges include dealing with accents, which can affect pronunciation. It's important to recognize that having an accent is okay, but working on clarity and correct sounds can help in being understood.
That's a great point. Being understood is the main goal. Any final tips for our listeners?
Yes, be patient with yourself. Improvement takes time and practice. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, as they are part of the learning process. Engage with native speakers whenever possible and stay motivated.
Thanks, Brian. Those are some fantastic insights. Up next, we'll listen to a real-life dialogue between two friends discussing their experiences with improving pronunciation. Stay tuned. To make things more practical, let's listen to a dialogue between two friends, Lisa and John, as they discuss their experiences with improving pronunciation.
Hey John, I've been struggling with my English pronunciation lately. Do you have any tips that might help?
Sure, Lisa. I used to have the same problem. One thing that really helped me was listening to native speakers and trying to mimic their speech.
That sounds helpful. Did you use any specific resources?
Yes, I found apps like Pronunciation Coach really useful. They have exercises that focus on difficult sounds and intonation patterns.
I've heard about that app. How often did you practice?
I tried to practice every day, even if it was just for 10 minutes. Consistency is key. Also, watching English shows with subtitles helped me a lot.
That's a good idea. I watch shows in English, but I never thought of focusing on their pronunciation. Do you have any tips for specific sounds?
Absolutely. For example, the th sound in think and this can be tricky. Try placing your tongue between your teeth and blowing air out gently. It takes practice, but you'll get it.
I'll give that a try. What about intonation? Sometimes I feel like my sentences don't sound natural.
Intonation can be tough. One tip is to listen to how native speakers emphasize certain words and try to imitate them. Recording yourself and playing it back can also help you notice where you need improvement.
That makes sense. I'll start doing that. Did you face any particular challenges?
Yes, dealing with my accent was a big one. But I learned that having an accent is okay. The goal is to be clear and understood, not to sound exactly like a native speaker.
That's reassuring. Sometimes I feel discouraged because I have a strong accent.
Don't worry about it too much. Focus on clarity and correct pronunciation. And remember, everyone has an accent. It's part of who you are.
Thanks, John. You've given me some great tips. I'll start practicing more regularly.
You're welcome, Lisa. Just keep at it, and you'll see improvement. Practice makes perfect.
What a great conversation. Lisa and John highlighted some practical tips and common challenges in improving pronunciation. Up next, we'll introduce 5 key vocabulary words that are essential for mastering this topic. Stay tuned. Now, let's introduce 5 key vocabulary words that are essential when discussing pronunciation. Understanding these terms will help you grasp the concepts we've been talking about.
Our first word is phonetics.
Phonetics is the study of the sounds of human speech.
Example: understanding phonetics can significantly improve your pronunciation skills.
Next, we have intonation.
Intonation refers to the rise and fall of the voice in speaking.
Example: proper intonation can make your speech sound more natural.
Our third word is stress.
Stress means emphasizing certain syllables or words in a sentence.
Example: in the word photograph, the stress is on the first syllable.
Our fourth word is articulation.
Articulation is the clear and precise pronunciation of words.
Example: practicing articulation can help reduce misunderstandings.
Lastly, we have accent.
An accent is a distinctive way of pronouncing a language.
Example: she has a British accent, which influences her pronunciation.
These 5 vocabulary words are crucial for anyone looking to improve their English pronunciation. Understanding and practicing these concepts will help you speak more clearly and confidently.
Absolutely. Next, we'll test your knowledge with a quick quiz based on today's discussion. Stay tuned.
It's quiz time. Let's test your understanding of the key concepts we've discussed today. Choose the correct answer from the options provided.
What is phonetics? A, the rhythm of speech. B, the study of sounds of human speech. C, the meaning of words. D, the structure of sentences.
What does intonation refer to? A. Pronunciation of consonants. B. Emphasis on syllables. C. The rise and fall of the voice in speaking. D. Stress patterns in sentences.
Where is the stress in the word photograph? A, first syllable. B, second syllable. C, third syllable. D, no stress.
What does articulation improve? A. Vocabulary. B. Grammar. C. Clear and precise pronunciation. D. Writing skills.
What can influence pronunciation? Accent. B. Vocabulary. C. Grammar. D. Punctuation.
And that brings us to the end of our episode on improving English pronunciation. We hope you found our discussion helpful and informative.
Absolutely, Amelia. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced learner, focusing on phonetics, intonation, stress, articulation, and understanding accents can significantly enhance your pronunciation skills.
Remember, practice makes progress. Don't be afraid to make mistakes along the way. They're part of the learning process.
Engaging with native speakers, using language learning tools, and staying consistent with your practice are all keys to success.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of the English Learning Podcast.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of the English Learning Podcast.
Stay tuned for more insightful discussions on improving your English language skills. Until next time, happy learning.